Hello friends, today we are going to see the next question, that is closing values of stocks. In this question we'll be seeing what is the question, how to approach this question, the logic, and finally what would be the implementation. And let me just tell you, whatever questions we are sharing here, these questions are completely submitted solutions, like with no time limit exceeded, no memory limit exceeded, no presentation error, and exactly nothing at all. Okay, so just don't worry for that. And part of that, if you like our videos, please like the video and please subscribe our channel, because daily we come with a new video. Well, this is 14th of August, and on 15 and 16 we have the code vita for zone 2. All the very best to all the students, and let's just hope that you all do a very great job in your code vita. My name is Anchal and you are watching our channel The Inside Coders, so let's begin. So here is the question of closing values of stocks. Let me just first explain you what is the question. It's somewhat for the traders, the stock exchange of a country. Okay. Actually now they are doing on pen paper. That means it's the offline mode. What they want to switch it to the online mode. So what is actually happening? The traders have to bid the price for the buying and the selling of the stocks, which are actually checked manually what they want to switch on the online mode. Okay. So let me just explain you with the example to explain it in a better way. See, here I am having some trade list. Okay. So these are the trade types, stock, price, and quantity. This would be given in the input. Okay. If the trade type is buy, that means we can purchase, we can buy the item. Okay. And the item is ABC actually. And the price is 50. But before that, we have to check who is selling it. So I have to see when the trade type is sell, is it the same item? Yes, it is ABC. Now who is selling it? The one who is selling it, he has kept the cost as 50 rupees. Okay. And the person who will buy, who will purchase, he can only purchase if he meets this threshold value. Like if this 50 is equals to or greater than, then only he can purchase it. Okay, so this was one of the important point that you have to remember. Apart of that, you can just do one thing, you can just pause the video and see this video and you can read the entire question. Well, I would be explaining you this question through my presentation and we'll see what would be the logic for the same. Okay, so you can just pause the video and see the question and try it yourself first. Okay, and what if the case is I want to sell my product at 500 rupees, but the person who wants to buy, he is giving me less than 50. Say he gives 45. Okay, and the person wants to sell at 50. In such situation, you have to write that the this cannot be sold. Okay, so exact wording for that actually is stocks not traded. Okay, you have to print this output. Well, this is all about this question. Let's just see what is the answer. So this was the first, I'm just taking an example and I'll be explaining you the question from this example itself. So what is the question saying? It has a trade, and basically this is sort of this table in which I have trade ID, the type, the stock name, the price, and finally the quantity. Okay. What I need to see, you can see here it is sell, sell, sell. Okay, and other ones are the buy. So I'm just dividing it into two tables for now, just for the explanation. This table contains all the value of sell, while this table contains all the value of buy, right? So these are the questions. What I need to do now? What we need to do, say it, I have a product that is ABC. The one who wants to sell wants the price of 120 rupees. We'll see who wants to buy ABC. They both wants to buy ABC. Is the price greater than 120? Yes, it is. That means the person can buy because they are meeting the threshold value, right? But what if the person who wants to buy ABC just wants to give 100 rupees for the product? Then the person cannot buy because the one who is selling wants at least 120 rupees, right? Similarly, we have this DEF. The person who wants to sell DEF, the first trader who is actually second trader, he wants 100 rupees. But the next trader, who is actually the fourth trader, wants to sell the same product at 150 rupees. Okay, so these are the exceptional cases. In these cases, firstly the person wants 100, but like we'll be checking for the like price, what is the latest, the last price, and the last price is 150, right? So we'll be checking for 150. I'll be telling you how to do that, and we have to check, is the person giving greater than 150? Yes, he is. So that means he can purchase it. So let's just see how we are doing. Firstly, just I have made a dictionary for this trade list. I hope you are able to see that this is a list because it is starting and ending with a square bracket, right? And it has a dictionary for all the rows, for all the tuples. So how is it working? Dictionary is key value pairs. ID is 1, the type is cell, the company is this, the price is this, and the quantity is this. Right? It's like pretty easy. Now what is the next task? We need to do them differently actually. For sell it should be different, and for buy it should be different. Let me just tell you what we are doing. For here actually I just need price, and so I'm just taking price and quantity because we just need them. So simply for ABC, I'll making a dictionary, and dictionary is ABC, the price and the quantity as the values, okay, and which are actually comma separated. Now second thing. The second thing is that in DEF, I just told you it is an exceptional case that two traders wants to buy, like sell it, okay. I just told you, whatever is the last one, we will be taking that. So first one was giving 100 and second one was giving 150, so we'll just reject this one and we'll be just considering this, okay. Same ways for buy, like for buying 150 and 155 are the prices that the people will give, and DEF for 160 rupees, okay. So we have just done the same task for here. Now what we need to do, we need to check if the sell price is less than the buy price. If it is 120 and the person is giving 150 for this, then only we can purchase, otherwise we'll not purchase it. So if this condition is true, we'll be having a transaction. In this transaction, at the key, whatever like is the company stock name, as it was ABC for now, we just have to write ABC is equals to sell price, not the buying price. You just have to remember this is the sell price. Sell price means 120, not 150 or 155. So this transaction will return in this value, okay. The selling price was 120 and the buying price and the selling price for DEF was 150. I just told you in the last value. So this is the reason why we are just taking this transaction, right? And this is the final output. We have to print it in this format, like the stock name, then semicolon, and then after that the selling price. DEF semicolon the selling price and the latest selling price, right? Okay, let's just show you. This was the logic. Let's just see how to implement it in Python. See, firstly I'm just taking n are like basically the number, and these are just the declarations. These are because it is because the list, and these are just like the dictionaries, key value pairs, right? So I've just declared them like as an empty list or an empty dictionary, right? What actually the values we had, the ID, type, company, price, and the quantity, right? So I'm just taking this value and I've split them, right? Now what I'm doing, I'm making a D dictionary. Every time these are being added in a dictionary, and this dictionary is being added in the transaction, this list, okay, grade list. So this would be the answer if I should say for it, okay. I just showed you before also. So this part is just making this list. Now we need to see who have to sell and who are there to buy. So for T in trades, T is basically these dictionaries, right? So what we are doing, if the type is equals to sell, the type is this. If the type of T is equals to sell, then we just have to append what is the company name, like what is the stock name, that is it is A, B, C, D, E, F or whatever it is, and the price, okay. So I'm just adding these values. Second thing, if I have same company twice, it was 100 and it was 150 as well. If this value already exists, then I have to update that value, and I am doing it in the else part. The same task I have to just repeat for buy, and these are like the outputs for the same. I hope you are getting them. Okay. So what is the next task? Like we have the dictionaries for sell and buy. Now we need to check whether the price is less or not. So we are having a simple condition. What? Firstly, for B in buy dot keys, like whatever are the keys in buy. Buy keys were A, B, C and D, E, F. For J in buy B, that means the value for that. That means ABC means 120. That means it is J is having that 120 value for it. Okay, price. Now, if the B in cells, that means if that exists in cell dot keys, that means in this one also, then what I need to do, I just need to put the J of 0 in the cost and I of 0 in price. What is actually happening? This cost is basically the buying price, okay, and this price is basically the selling price. Now we'll check if this price, that means selling price, is less than equals to buy price, then what we need to do, whatever is the sell price, just add that to the trades of stock name, right? And when you will just do that, you will have the answers. And then you just have to print it, and you have to print it in the format like this. So what I am doing, I was actually the company name, ABC. Then I am adding concatenating colon. So this is a colon here, right? Now whatever is the value, that price, I am just doing that. The same way I just have to do for all the like all of them. So this would be the final answer. Okay, let's just do one thing. Let's just test this program in PyCharm, that is it a working or not. Okay, so you can see I have just written the same program here, like it's no change. I'm just running it for now. I'm just copying and running it. See, it's showing that it was just for one company ABC, because other one was not it right, like the condition was not true. Okay, let's just see for this as well. See, again it's giving me the correct result. Okay, this is the example that we have seen in our presentation. Let's just test for this one also. See, it's giving us the absolutely correct answer.
आई होप आपको ये वीडियो लेक्चर पसंद आया होगा। अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट या सजेशन है तो आप कमेंट बॉक्स में जरूर दीजिएगा, और अगर आपने वीडियो को अब तक लाइक या शेयर नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से वीडियो को लाइक और ज्यादा से ज्यादा शेयर करें। एंड प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल एंड प्रेस द बेल आइकन्स फॉर लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स। शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद, थैंक यू।